What's going on, Magootians? This is your fearless leader, Toots Magoots. Welcome to my channel, and in today's video, we'll be discussing the numbers 32 to 25 team overall ratings and their impact players for my Madden 95 recreation roster. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos. At the number 32 spot, we have the upstart Houston Texans. The NFL had anticipated a new franchise in Houston to join in the 2002 season, but in an unprecedented move, Commissioner Tagliabue has sped up the process and expanded the league by 4 teams. The Texans are entering their inaugural season in a complete rebuild mode. Some aging veterans will help bring some leadership and experience, but the early years may be painful without any true superstar performers on either side of the ball. Veteran linebacker Dwayne Bickett missed the 1994 season due to an injury and is looking to prove he still belongs in the league. The aging 4-time Pro Bowler Everson Walls was picked up in free agency and should serve as the Texans' best secondary man. His leadership and experience will serve the youngsters well, and the Texans are hoping he may have one more Pro Bowl caliber season left in the tank. At number 31, we have the upstart Baltimore Ravens. The city of Baltimore has been dying for a franchise ever since the Colts left town and moved to Indianapolis in the 80s. The Ravens are also in rebuild mode, full of aging former stars to help guide the young core. Veteran running back Reggie Cobb is coming off a 94 season where he put up 579 rushing yards with 3 touchdowns on the ground, also adding 299 yards receiving on 35 catches and another touchdown through the air. Former 4-time Pro Bowler Jerry Gray leads the secondary and has accepted a role as a mentor for the cornerbacks group. Darrell Boykin is coming off 216 punt return yards in 94 and looks to help make some plays in the special teams department. At number 30, we have the Carolina Panthers entering their first season in the league. As far as rebuilds go, the Panthers are already off to a great start after drafting top quarterback prospect Kerry Collins out of Penn State, who they believe can become the franchise quarterback of the future. The Panthers brought in 2 bona fide stars on defense in linebackers Sam Mills and Lamar Latham. Mills is a 5-time Pro Bowler and 1-time All-Pro selection who can take over games any given Sunday. He's coming off a 94 campaign where he put up 155 tackles, 1 interception, 2 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery, and 1 sack. Latham is a 1-time Pro Bowl selection coming off a season where he had 57 tackles, 3 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery, and 8.5 sacks, one of which was a safety. The Panthers can be a playoff contender in no time if their young stars develop. At 29, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars also entering their first season in the NFL. The Jaguars could be considered a playoff contender already. They drafted standout left tackle Tony Baselli in the first round and should be an immediate stalwart on the offensive line. There is also a lot of hype coming out of training camp about veteran quarterback Mark Brunell and potential breakout wide receiver Jimmy Smith having instant chemistry in camp. Smith missed the 1994 season due to appendicitis, but all indications are that he could ascend into Pro Bowl territory this season. The Jaguars will also get a nice boost in their special teams play from free agent pickup Desmond Howard, who has the ability to take any return to the house. The Jags are young, but full of talent and could become a serious Super Bowl contender within a season or 2. At 28, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming off a 6-10 season where they missed the playoffs. But don't let this ranking fool you. They're here because they are young, not because they're not capable. Their offense needs a lot of work, and QB Trent Dilfer hasn't shown promise quite like a top draft pick should. But he will have one of the best up-and-coming defenses to back him up this season. 1-time Pro Bowl and 1-time All-Pro linebacker Hardy Nickerson is coming off a 94 season where he posted 122 tackles, and a little forgotten fact is that Nickerson holds the NFL record with 214 total tackles that he set in 1993. He's an absolute monster and a tackling machine. However, the most hype surrounds young safety John Lynch and the Bucs' 2 first-round draft picks defensive tackle Warren Sapp, and outside linebacker Derek Brooks. All three possess Pro Bowl caliber talent and should make immediate impacts on the defensive side of the ball. Don't be surprised if the defense cracks the top 10 this year, but this team will only go as far as the offense can take them. At 27, we have the New York Jets, also coming off a 6-10 season that saw them miss the playoffs. The Jets' offense was below average at best and failed to crack the top 10 in any category. They went after veteran quarterback Boomer Esiason and hope he can spark an otherwise pedestrian offense. A name to watch is undrafted free agent rookie wide receiver Wayne Corbett out of Hofstra. He's been sensational in camp, and he may even earn a starting spot at slot wide receiver. The defense returns linebacker Mo Lewis, who's coming off an impressive 94 season which saw him record 130 tackles, 4 interceptions, 6 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, and he had 2 defensive touchdowns. He can impact a game in many ways and looks to lead a defense hoping to vie for a spot in the top 10 in 95. Young cornerback Aaron Glenn is coming off an impressive 94 campaign with 67 tackles, 1 interception, and 2 forced fumbles. The Jets have the pieces, but can they turn that into playoff contention? The 26th spot goes to the Washington Redskins, who are coming off a 3-13 season. Some key injuries and departures left a shell of what was a top defense just a couple seasons ago, but future Hall of Fame corner Darrell Green looks to lead another potential top 10 squad. The 5-time Pro Bowler and 1-time All-Pro speedster is coming off 55 tackles and 3 interceptions in 94. Outside linebacker Ken Harvey is coming off his first Pro Bowl selection after notching 98 tackles, 13.5 sacks, and 4 forced fumbles. His elite quickness off the edge can cause problems for any offense. On the offensive side of the ball, running back Terry Allen was picked up in free agency from the Vikings, where he put up a nice 94 campaign with 1,031 rushing yards and 148 receiving yards. Green and Harvey are hoping that they can help uptick that defense, which finished 20th or worse in every major category. The 25 spot goes to the Los Angeles Rams, coming off a 4-12 season. The Rams were pretty mediocre across the board, finishing in the middle of the pack in just about everything. But what the Rams have going for them is youth at very key positions. Running back Jerome Bettis has already shown all-pro form and is coming off his 2nd straight Pro Bowl selection. In 94, Bettis had 1,025 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns on the ground, with 31 catches and 293 yards receiving through the air. There are rumors swirling that Bettis is not happy in Los Angeles, so don't be surprised if a trade request comes in the first few weeks of the season. Another up-and-coming young prospect is wide receiver Isaac Bruce, who's had a phenomenal camp. He's coming off an impressive rookie campaign where he caught 21 passes for 272 yards and 3 touchdowns in limited action due to injury. The Rams believe he can be a Pro Bowl caliber receiver this season. And on the other side of the ball, the Rams are excited about their rookie draft pick, defensive end Kevin Carter, who they believe possesses elite pass rushing abilities that could help uptick their sack total, which was very pedestrian in 94. What did you think of these rankings, and which of these teams would you have the most fun rebuilding? Be sure to let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and until next time.